Allman in the Morning. Common Sense Radio.
I want you to remember a love so full like a send us always.
Good morning, you bunch of drunks.
I want you to surrender all my
Hey, Republicans.
today, and I want you to remember
Welcome to the show.
the power.
They should abolish the Congressional Budget Office. It is corrupt. It is dishonest. It was totally wrong in Obamacare by huge, huge margins. I don't trust a single word they have published, and I don't believe them. Let me be very clear.
And yet the media will have you think that the CBO is staffed by the 12 disciples of Christ. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tobler.
Gentlemen,
Good morning.
we're about to enter the fascinating sphere of medicine.
From the cave, filled with water, weaponry, and all kinds of love, Dr. Randy Tobler.
Dr. Randy Tobler, for crying out loud, what a shock. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jamie? Happy birthday, man.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
A day late, but that's
okay.
all right.
No, hey, I appreciate that. So yeah, the CBO, it's another one of those things where it's just the minute the CBO says something, it's like we're supposed to accept every part of it, and obviously people are picking and choosing which to accept. They ignore the fact that the current plan is a deficit buster, but they focus on the fact that there might be some individuals who are going to be without insurance, even though that's not clear. And we understand there are clearly flaws in the Ryan plan, but the CBO, I'm not quite sure, knows all of them and can be trusted to tell us what they are. What do you think?
Well, Jamie, look at the CBO's track record with Obamacare. They were supposed to continue to work on predicting deficits, and they've stopped doing that because their predictions were so wrong in the first place. Remember, the CBO has to, by congressional rules, but it's the most nefarious, most absurd and disingenuous method of evaluating what they're cooking up there in Capitol Hill. Remember, they have to abide by the rules. So back when Obamacare was being discussed, the so-called penalty, which John Roberts called a tax, was not factored in as a factor that would then lead to people paying that instead of. And there were all kinds of assumptions. The assumptions that the CBO has to use are the ones that the politicians say are going to come true. So it's like wish upon a star, and you'll get what you want. And so it's cooked in the legislative proposals, and then the CBO has to plug those numbers in, even though they may or may not agree with them, or they may not be realistic at all. And so in this case, Jamie, the news reporter, everyone, Newt Gingrich couldn't be more right. No one is reporting that the majority of people that will be thrown off the health rolls, so-called thrown off the health rolls, will be because they chose not to buy insurance. Imagine a world, Jamie, where in Missouri, let's just take Missouri, where if suddenly Eric Greitens and the GOP assembly decided that you don't have to have car insurance to get a license. Do you think that a few people might choose not to have car insurance?
Right,
Of course
exactly.
they would.
Yes, of course. Yeah, and this is the same CBO that told us that we better fund Planned Parenthood, or we're just going to have a bunch of babies hanging around, and no responsibility on the part of anybody else. Just make sure we pay so that we keep people from having unwanted babies or whatever. This CBO to me, yes, is clearly partisan in some ways, but not only that, but probably inaccurate to another degree. So
well, and they also don't take into account that because employers won't have a mandate and all the other taxes, I can tell you, even though our company provides insurance for our employees, we still have to pay a company tax because we're providing insurance for the greater good. But you'll have employment come back into the market. More people will be off the Medicaid rolls, and more people will be able to buy insurance, or their employers will be buying insurance for them because it'll be cheaper. So there's so much that's wrong with the CBO analysis. It would take a show to do it.
Yes,
we may have to do that on Saturday.
Well, right, and even acknowledging that there's so much wrong with the Ryan plan anyway. But you know what? It might be the end game. Might be after all, something that was akin to Art of the Deal in the first place, which was, okay, this is going to fail. Let's let Obamacare go ahead and fail. It wasn't what Donald Trump wanted to begin with, but we might just get that. The Tobler Show, Saturdays, 6 to 10. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.